So it's a bit of a weird position for this monitor right here as I placed it, but I wanted to give you without any softbox reflection on the screen so you can actually see that we have two different scenarios going. Right here we have the review that I did on the Delta Max right here, and we have a Spider-Man game running here separately, right? So this is UPerfect DELTA MEGA 23.8 inch. Well, actually you have dual stacked screens right here, and they can be run separately as we could do with the past monitors as well. But the thing right here is that you have to run 3 cables. And you could run only 1 cable, but then you'll have just simply mirroring effect or just same screen. But in that scenario, you have a different usage for this type of monitor, right? And in this scenario, what we have right here is you have to have 2 USB Type-C and 1 HDMI. The HDMI is full ground connection, so in those servers it's a full size, and it goes directly from the monitor to your GPU. The Type-C goes, well, actually this one goes directly to the power, because I currently have a motherboard that doesn't support power through USB Type-C. In that scenario, what you get with this is you connect it directly to the power, and this one is for the second screen. And in that sense, you get separated 1080p resolution with 100 Hz on both screens without any problems. I mean, 1080p with 100 Hz on Type-C or HDMI, it's really not a problem these days. So what you get here is a huge screen. We're not talking about portability, because we're talking about 24-inch, which is really huge in terms of portability. But if you take into consideration that you find the usage for a 24-inch full HD, really doesn't matter in that sense, that you can carry it around, then that's a different story. So what we have right here, one Type-C is for power, one is for one screen, and HDMI is for another. In that sense, if you're traveling and you have 2 consoles and you want to have it separate, you can just flip the screen on the other side, because it's a 360 rotatable. So this means that you can flip it entirely on the other side. You can run this monitor flat on the table, this one vertical, it really doesn't matter. Or you can just simply have it flat. Or, even better, you can use VESA mount, use the stand at the back, flip it upwards to hold the top. Well, at least what I found. And basically, what I noticed also is that the stand, if it's folded here at the bottom, it covers the ports. So the only logical solution is flip it upwards so you get the connection for the ports, and you can use VESA mount to mount it on the wall, table, or some additional stand or whatever. It really doesn't matter. It's all up to you to decide. Now, right here, what we have is, as I stated, 23.8-inch screens, dual stacked and 100 Hz, 25 milliseconds response time, 16:9 aspect ratio. Then we have 178-degree viewing angle, IPS panels, contrast ratio is 1000 to 1. Brightness is quite low, I do have to admit, and you can basically notice that because every other monitor that I had right here on the channel and that actually had visibility was above 350 cardea per square meter. Now we have 250 cardea per square meter, and if you're running it in this dual mode as I am right now, you can't adjust the brightness. This is completely fixed. When we're talking about color gamut, we have 97% sRGB. The color depth is 16.7 million 6-bit plus FRC. No touchscreen, no built-in battery, and what we have right here is aluminum chassis. We have 2 8-ohms 1-watt speakers. VESA mount is 100x100 with M4x6 millimeters. Driver free, of course. You have the stand, which is built in. Then we have rated power at 14 watts, and the full dimensions are 540 x 322 x 28 with 4.87 kilos. We have full-featured USB Type-C for audio and video input. That's one USB Type-C cable connects to screen. Then we have one USB Type-C for power input, HDMI for audio and video input, and one 3.5mm auxiliary for audio output. In the box, what you get is this dual foldable screen, 23.8 inch, 2 USB Type-C to Type-C cable, HDMI to HDMI cable, manual, and power adapter. In general, what I can say here is that if you're going on a business meeting and you need to have something for presentation, unless there isn't a projector in the room, right? And you want to show off a bit. I don't know. It could be a possibility, right? But then you can just flip the screen, you can present everything, you see what you're presenting, and the other side sees the other screen. If you're using it for gaming on the go consoles, and if you want to go with 24-inch, I don't know, because you don't want to lose your eyes on a small screen, you could go with this as well. But you can do also this scenario where you could game and you can have, I don't know, chat, visuals, or whatever. You just need to have 3 cables, and that's what it states on the manual. For some better cable management so it doesn't stick out, you do have their 180-degree USB Type-C converter cable that basically just plugs in here and just goes 180 degrees at the back. But in general, what I can say is it's heavy. First of all, it's 5 kilos, almost 5 kilos. Then what we have is, well, basically very low brightness. And I don't know who will, well, basically in dark, you won't even notice it. It will be quite all right. But in general, I know people do prefer 300, 350, and everything above that. Now, if we go with the OSD menu, it's really plain. And when I say plain, what you have is 3 buttons. You have power on button, you have adjustment for the volume up and down, which is also navigation through the OSD menu, and you have a cancel button. Now, when you want to access the OSD menu, you press the power on button, then you navigate it with the up and down button, and that's it. First one is for the brightness and some other adjustments, which totally are, I don't know, there isn't much to go with. There isn't possibility except for adjusting the volume or muting it, adjusting the presets that you have, RTS, FPS, standard, gaming reading, I don't know what else, gaming reading, and that should be about it. And of course, adjusting the brightness when it's not in this dual mode. When it's screen mirroring, then it basically works when adjusting the brightness. But let's be honest, you won't be running it lower than 100%. But everything less than 250 in brightness is, well, just, I don't know. In general, there is usability for this one. There is a possibility to manage it somehow if you can find an environment where you could use it. But it would be much better if there was a possibility to have a higher brightness and to be able to adjust it in this dual mode. So yeah, that's it. This was UPerfect DELTA MEGA 23.8-inch 1080p resolution on both, and 100 Hz refresh rate on both, 25 millisecond response time on both. The picture is great, but the brightness is missing, and that's all I can say. So if you're interested in something like this, and this might give you some idea about basically how to use it in your future business or gaming experience, if you're going somewhere, I don't know, it's all up to you to decide. The links for the UPerfect DELTA MEGA is in the description, and of course there are some discount codes for you to apply if you want to add it to your basket. And that'll be all for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to click the subscribe button, like button, and notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Thanks, bye bye.